Ah, yes. I'm Joe Padula.
I'm Maria Haycraft.
And this is the local news you need to know. Absolutely. Yeah, everything's louder.
It is.
It is louder.
And crispy.
It's very crispy.
Crispy.
Can you hear me sip?
Yep.
Sounds like a bong, doesn't it? A water bong?
I wouldn't know. Sounds like there's birds.
Hey, what's up, KG? How you doing? All right? KG on X. We're still on Facebook, Joe. For nudity. And there was no nudity.
None whatsoever.
Hey, make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and definitely be in the comments. Be a part. Shout something out. Yeah. Definitely teach us, as we hope to inform you. All right, here we go. Enough is enough. So there's this group called the Patriot Front. All right. And so they're like white supremacists. It's a far-right group. I'm telling you, this is a bunch of feds setting this up to make conservatives look bad.
Yeah.
And they were just in Nashville this past weekend.
How do we know they're linked?
Well, here's for one starters, okay? There was a family that got arrested for traveling with 3 people in a U-Haul. When you have an entire U-Haul truck filled with tons of people and nobody gets arrested?
Right.
Do you know what I mean? I'll tell you what, let's just take a look here. Here's WKRN.
Demonstration, the group was seen using U-Haul trucks as their mode of transportation. This is one picture one of our viewers captured where Patriot Front members are shown packed inside the trailer. According to U-Haul's rental contract, their customers shall require passengers to ride only in the cab of the truck, pickup truck, and van or vehicle towing any trailer. So I reached out to U-Haul about this incident. A spokesperson for the company tells me, quote, "We do not rent to groups, organizations, etc. So we do not have affiliations or history with groups, organizations, etc. We rent to individual customers. Those are the names on our rental contracts. If a customer is shown to be in breach of the rental agreement, we reserve the right to deny rental privileges to that individual going forward." Now, the spokesperson tells me from the pictures and videos the company has seen from the weekend march so far, they have not been able to identify any license plate or equipment IDs from their vehicles. However, he says if you do have any further images or intel, they'd appreciate you sharing that with them to help pinpoint the potential customers in question.
You guys suck. The news sucks. Governor Bill Lee brought this up, actually.
Both Democrats and Republicans are speaking out over the dramatic scene on the streets of Nashville this weekend. A viewer sent us this video of what looks to be a couple dozen members of the far-right group Patriot Front jumping out of a U-Haul. Some have shields, others have banners, and even some are waving the Confederate flag. The group even went so far as to vandalize the Woodland Street Bridge by spraying their logo underneath it.
Yeah. Okay. Listen, you're a feds-linked group. We get it. You're all dressed in khakis, just like feds.
Right.
At least change your pants.
The group is known to spread hate speech in Jewish, black, and gay communities. When we asked Governor Bill Lee about it, he only addressed the anti-Semitic aspect of it.
Well, I think we've seen
That's right, Casey.
anti-Semitism routed up all across this country, unfortunately and sadly. And we should stand against it at every turn and every place, including in our community.
We've learned...
Yeah, mostly on college campuses. Okay? From the river to the sea.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay for them to do it.
Yeah, from the river to the sea. We get it.
Right.
Eliminate an entire nation, a population of Jewish people.
Yeah.
The march did not have a
Samurai
proper
son?
permit. Nashville Mayor Freddie O'Connell's office weighed in, saying the mayor has been emphatic that hate speech, even while legal, is not welcome in Nashville. He's requested information from both MNPD and Metro Legal about known violations of law in recent demonstrations.
So, Freddie O'Connell there, the mayor over there, woke Freddie. So, he didn't grant this group a permit to protest.
You have to have a permit to protest?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is a violation, by the way, of your constitutional rights to protest. You know, I get it. If you're a hateful person, you still have a right to be a hateful person and protest if you're not breaking any laws.
Right.
That's another sign that these are feds and linked to the feds. They just wanted the story out there because this is a violation of their constitutional rights if they were denied a permit to protest.
Right, just because they don't agree
Right.
on the side.
Feds. This is all a distraction story.
While the past concern has been safety, we are looking forward to doing more to ensure that any future activity is lawful expression of speech, which has not been the case in recent events. Jason Lamb, News Channel 5.
Look at these guys. Feds, actors, and a couple guys who are just like, oh, in Michigan. And this is all true now. The Governor Whitmer, okay? There was an assassination attempt by a group.
Oh, really?
It was started by the feds trying to recruit people to assassinate the governor to see who joins the group.
Oh.
Right. That's what this is. These are feds.
To see who will join them.
Yes.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Not only is it entrapment, but it's all fake. Wow. Allegedly. Let me go to Feds Nashville on X, formerly known as Twitter.
So at the end of the day, did they have more people?
Let's take a look. Let's get some real news
Real.
from X,
Real.
not
Let's
corporate media.
tell us.
Yeah, KG, same concept happened on January 6th. It was Democrats made it look like Republicans were involved. Antifa was all over January 6th.
Yeah.
Here. This is who they are. Okay, look.
The way you talked about my brother is fucking disgusting. You do not talk to people like that.
So, tell me one person on the right that wears a mask for anything.
That's true.
Do you know what I mean?
That is true. And
so-
they're all wearing masks.
Yes. And so these guys are like, de-mask. Let's see you. Who are you, bro? You're with us? You're on our side? Let's see you.
Right.
Right.
Mask!
Oh. Yeah, there it is. There's MAGA right there. That guy looks totally like MAGA with his soybean arms.
Mask! Take the mask off!
Look, look.
You guys are taking the T-Mask! T-Mask! You guys are taking the streets back, are you? T-Mask!
Yeah, expose these people.
Come on, come here!
Look at them. Look at these weak
Guys,
boys.
let's go back.
All right?
I'm really confused. Like, they all look the same. So who's yelling demask?
Oh, the guys who are like, we know you're feds. We're calling you out. We know you're either paid informants. Like, these guys, these kids aren't feds, but they're recruited to do this. And I bet they're given some cash.
So the ones wearing the masks
Are the
are recruited?
Patriot Front. Yes.
And then the ones yelling demask are just normal people on the street?
Normal people be like,
Who
the
are
gig is
you?"
up. Right. Is it the gig is up or the jig is up?
I think it's a gig.
The jig. No, I think it's jig.
Where is the... Oh. I almost said that out loud.
Yeah. This
I
is
don't-
serious,
I
right?
don't understand that either.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Look at this. Look at this. Feds.
What does that have to do politically?
Feds.
Oh, does it have to do with changing...
Matthew
Sexist.
Rife here. I've said it before, and I'll say it again, so listen closely, Feds. You came to Nashville to start this little rally, and even though Nashville isn't part of my section of the Appalachian Mountains, they're close enough. The men here still wake up at 3:30 a.m. in the blistering cold. The feds were spotted vacationing in Nashville.
So the whole point was for them to just walk?
Yeah. Yeah, look at this.
Okay, so that's legal. for them to just walk. So
That's
what,
right.
other than spray painting under the bridge, what was illegal about them gathering?
Fed jacketing people without evidence is evil. Yeah. What's up, Nexus? How you doing? Yeah, look at this. Yeah, okay.
We lay ultimate claim to the pride of our mighty nation's legacy.
Yeah, right. Oh, here's Patrick Bet David. This guy's good. We won't listen to all of this, but check this out.
So, Vinny, why don't you tell us what's going on with this clip with Patriot Front, Thomas Russo and his crew?
Okay, and so as you guys know, Pat interviewed Pat. That's the head guy, right? The Russo
That's
guy.
the head guy, Thomas Russo. Yes.
Yeah, so the Patriot Front, they were in Nashville, and guys, this is the video. You tell me what kind of people show up in multiple U-Hauls, all wearing those, no overweight. Tom made this point. Pat, nobody's overweight. They're all wearing khakis. They're all organized. Okay.
Bro,
People are trying to say, well, we can't find out who these people are, where they are. You know, Pat, have you ever rented a U-Haul? You need your driver's license. You need your proof of residency, okay? This is all the clear markings of the feds. And just thinking.
Ever since the Oklahoma City bombing, okay, of the Fed building, with the Ryder truck, remember Ryder? Okay? To rent any type of rental truck or anything, rental car, you have to have all your information.
Right.
Here's my driver's license. Here's my proof of insurance. Here's my address. Okay. Here's a credit card. Okay. They don't take cash.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
We need a card on file.
Right.
You don't have the card on file for these trucks?
Well, they said they couldn't see the license plate, so how do they know which one it is?
You go to U-Haul. You say, hey, here's truck number. You got the numbers all over the sides of these trucks.
Are they?
Yes. They're covering up. Corporate media sucks. Either they don't know how to do their job or they suck. Here, back to Vinny.
Their name.
Micah
Patriot
said that.
Front. All right, the definition
That we're
of
wrong
front.
on
Are you
both
ready?
accounts
a
with
person
the
or organization
Demask
serving
video that the black masked guys are Rose City nationalists and the demasking group is the Proud Boys.
Oh, was that the Proud Boys demasking the
How do you tell
Let's
the
think.
difference? How do you know?
Thanks, Mika. I like that name too.
Oh, Mika. Oh, I thought it was Micah.
Oh, maybe it is Micah, like the Book of Micah. The prophet. He was like an angry prophet.
Yeah.
He was like
he wasn't really that good of a guy.
no, he was like, leave me alone.
Right.
Ah, fine, I'll do it.
as a cover from subversive or illegal activities. Okay, it's in the name, and I think this is obvious. Please do not fall for this. This is a way to make conservatives look like they're racist and they're dangerous. And these guys are clashing, bro. There was a clash where the Proud Boys are beating the shit out of them, and I loved it. Look,
Micah was right.
Taking his mask off. Watch this.
Okay, so
Take one of his masks. Yeah, these guys are there to cause this type of problem.
Oh, okay.
This is them, and he starts to demask one of them.
Demask.
So really,
Like that's their job, is to come.
they're
and the
trying
Proud
to
Boys are
pose
just
as a group that's like the Proud Boys and be extreme.
Yes, and be anti-Semitic, friggin'
see.
homophobes, all of the infinity stones of wokeness, right? That they hate.
I see.
chilling, doing their thing, and these guys are paid. Look at them.
Yeah, but Vinny, let me ask you this.
Here
I'm
comes-
just going to stop playing that clip.
Yeah.
Here
So-
comes Patrick Bet David, who is a voice of reason. This guy's a smart man, good businessman too.
So your understanding of this guy's group,
Thanks,
the
Mika.
Patriot Front, led by Thomas Russo,
Yeah.
is to show what? To show like, hey, these guys are really what the Republican Trump's MAGA base really looks like. That's what you think it is.
Right.
100%. Nothing like this just organically happens.
So
You know,
let
they
me-
say,
And they only come out after there's some bad news. And what has been the bad news for the last 2 weeks?
Trump or Biden's horrible
Debate performance. Absolutely. Distract. Allegedly.
Let's divert it to the opposite side.
Right.
Yeah.
I thought that as well, and that's why a lot of people said don't do it. I invited the founder to come on the podcast.
Very good.
yes.
And I had the guy on the podcast, Thomas Rousseau, who is
Nexus,
very,
right.
very well spoken as a young guy. This guy's not going to go away. very, very well spoken. And after 2 hours, one of the questions I asked him was, Rob, if you can pull up the clip of when I asked him about Trump, what his answer was about Trump. Because I was expecting him to talk about Trump's the greatest president of all time, and he's this, he's that, because that's what the Fed front fake, Soros.
Oh, okay. So you would have to pull the whole.
You can't be
side.
that obvious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All that story would have been.
Okay, I want to hear that.
But here's his answer, Rob, if you can play this clip.
Trump. How do you feel about Trump?
I have a balanced opinion on Trump. I do not personally, overtly, or actively support him. I think the patriotic constituents in America, people who think like I do, are too easily brought in behind politicians who may overpromise and underdeliver. I think Trump is very unique in the political space. I think he has done a lot for the conservative movement. You see things being the norm in conservative politics that under Mitt Romney and Newt Gingrich would have been unthinkable. So I think there is a value to that. I think the landscape has opened up.
Watch what he says.
But I don't personally support Trump. I think Trump has to do more.
Such as what? Like, what does he need to do?
I think his support for Israel is one thing in particular, and perhaps his favor of those Zionist politics is one of the biggest things that are perhaps holding Trump back from a true America First policy.
What?
So you can pause it right now.
You're
Check
not
this out.
for him.
If he is really.
And by the way, you should watch the PBD podcast. Patrick Bet-David, very good broadcaster.
There representing the feds, and you were to have him give 7 answers to paint Trump as a specific type of a person, he wouldn't be presenting him as a Zionist, because he told that Trump supports Israel too much, right? He's not America first enough.
Those Abraham Accords, okay, that was amazing. That was creating peace in the Middle East. It really was. That it was. But here we are. Patriot Front in Nashville. All faces covered, right? Like, if you're so proud on your stance, let's, why hide? Why hide your face? There must be other reasons why.
Right. You should be proud of the organization that you stand with. What are you hiding?
Yep. Again, all just to distract.
Very interesting.
Very interesting. And it came here to our neighbors in Nashville. There you go. So, what do you think? I don't know. Keep the comments coming. Thanks for being a part of this conversation. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Boom. Well, Maria, it is Wednesday.
We need Jesus more than ever.
That's right, Jesus Christ, superstar. Yeah. Hate-filled people need Jesus. I don't like to have hate. Don't get me wrong, there's a difference between anger and hate.
Yeah, you should hate. There should be a righteous anger.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't hate. Hate is
No, I don't want to hate.
the emotion that's going to cause you to sin.
I don't want you living in my head rent-free.
Right?
That's hate. Or sometimes love. But mostly hate. All right, you bring us 2 Corinthians 3:17.
Yes.
And we got Cody over here.
Bodie.
Oh,
You should, and he's a musician. I discovered him while I heard the scripture, and he's really good. You should listen to his music.
Cody.
Bodie.
Why don't you read it for us before we get into Bodie here?
The Lord is the Spirit where... Wait, what is the first word?
Now the Lord...
Now.
This is what you sent me.
I know, I just couldn't read that first word. Now the Lord is the Spirit where the...
Oh, I'm sorry. It says Mao, actually. Could you say... Thank you.
Now the Lord is the Spirit. Where the Spirit is, the Lord is, there is freedom.
Now the Lord is the Spirit. And where the Spirit of the Lord, there is freedom.
I didn't like how this is laid out.
Why'd you send it?
I don't know. Well, I didn't have to. I read it. I was like, oh, that looks pretty.
All right,
I didn't actually read it.
Maybe Bodie can
try
can do
to
a better
read it
job.
out loud. I
And the verse we're diving into today is 2 Corinthians 3:17. Man, I love this verse. It says, "For the Lord is the Spirit, and wherever the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom." This is a verse that I'm sure many of you have heard quoted or declared or sung in church. It's a verse to be held close to our hearts and celebrated. But I do want to point out that I think it's often taken out of context. See, as true as it is that the Holy Spirit brings freedom and restoration from sin, darkness, depression, anxiety, etc., Paul isn't necessarily referring to this type of freedom directly, but something much more and much more exciting. Now, for some wider context for this passage, a few verses prior, Paul is explaining the difference between the Old Covenant and the New Covenant when it comes to the veil. See, in Exodus, when Moses would return from meeting with God, he would wear a veil over his face. And just a few verses earlier in 2 Corinthians 3, verse 13, Paul mentions that Moses would wear a veil to shield the Israelites, not only from the overwhelming awe of the glory that shone on Moses' face, but also to keep them from seeing the end of what was passing away. The glory would actually fade the longer he was out of the presence of God in his meeting tent. Paul goes on to say that now, with the gift of the Holy Spirit so presently around and within us, we are free from any sort of veil, any sort of fading presence. As our physical body is now the new tent of meeting, when the Spirit comes to dwell in us, we are free from the veil, free from God's glory being hidden from us as it was from the Israelites. The purpose of the veil being removed is that it gives us full access to enter into and behold the Spirit of God and His glory. We now have the honor to experience freedom in Christ, a freedom from sin, shame, and bondage, a freedom to encounter and behold and dwell in the full glory of our God's Holy Spirit.
All right, well said. Well said. Hey, yeah, he was talking about Paul. Paul wrote Saul became Paul. Paul wrote the most books in the New Testament. Do you know who wrote the most words in the New Testament?
God.
Come on.
He wrote every word.
Come on, take a guess.
In the New Testament, wrote the most.
Yep, the
John?
most contact. Luke. I was telling Maria earlier before we started last week, I had, for the first time ever, a dream with the man with the white robe in it, Jesus. It was very... I don't even have a word for it. It was very real.
Yeah.
Yeah, very real.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool. I couldn't make out his face, but you knew. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the dream, at least you knew.
Yeah.
And it was moving very fast.
Did you wake up and have peace?
No, I woke up, you're like, oh my God. Like I texted my pastor, right? I go, hey, did you ever have a dream of Jesus? And he goes, no. And I go, oh. But then I started to do some research. By the way, waterdogs.scuba.com. They just had this amazing trip that they just got back from West Palm Beach. And so they got all these other trips coming up. Go check them out. Go scuba diving, whether it's here local or on these some far away, awesome venture trips in the Caribbean. So I started researching. And if you take a look, dreams of Jesus, there are thousands of these Muslims that are having dreams of Jesus and converting to Christianity.
It's awesome.
It's amazing.
Super awesome.
Yeah, go check it out. Check out some of these testimonies.
Yeah.
You can right here on YouTube.
Right.
Crazy.
Like, we're called to spread the word so that people can know who He is. That's the Great Commission. That's what we're supposed to be doing. But I think if we're not going to do our job, the Spirit wants to be known. He's going to make Himself known to everybody and give you the opportunity to receive Him.
Jesus is the way.
One way or another.
Yeah. It's amazing. It is amazing. Believe in me, I'm not a perfect guy. I got a lot to work on. But man, I got faith in Him. That's for sure. This is a sad one. Okay, so this ex-boyfriend is charged with killing this woman right after he gets out on bail. Bail as in the release from prison for money, not bail, not the deity.
Right.
Baal.
Figured we weren't talking about the
child sacrifice god.
God, yeah. The demigod, the little...
Well, the father, could you imagine? The father's like, you basically let out an animal out of its cage. Here, let's take a look. WKRN.
Michael, we'll have to get back to you on that, your question.
Yes, absolutely. Hold on, before we get into that, what was it? Confusing lettering. Yes, it was confusing lettering.
Absolutely was.
And Micah, so the Israelites didn't have access to the full glory of God? I haven't heard that before. Maria?
Well, really only Moses did.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was the one up on the mountain.
Right.
And even he had to veil himself, and God had to turn his back. And when he had all of what you even just saw from his back reflecting on his skin and what, like the radiance, that slowly faded out the further away from the presence of the Lord you were. And back in those days, you had to be completely pure in order to even be in his presence. That's why there became the sacrifices and the temple and all of the ways that happened, and only a certain person could go into the inner room.
Right. And Moses being the chosen one, I mean, you got to understand, too, the Israelites at this time just had 400 years of enslavement.
Yeah.
Okay, when they were taken from the lands of Goshen in Egypt, okay? You know how that all started, how they
Yeah, and that was all their own problems. Because they doubted, they questioned from the second they left. They started, if only we went back. Like, come on. So if you think about how long they did that, God extended their time in the desert.
So they got to Goshen, all right? You ready for this one?
Mm-hmm.
So, Joseph, coat of many colors, right?
Yeah.
Gets sold into slavery by his brothers, all right?
Yeah.
Jesse's kid, right? So he gets sold into slavery, blah, 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 has the visions, the whole bit, okay, goes to jail, raping the wife, but didn't happen, okay, blah,
right.
blah, So, nonetheless, he saves Egypt from famine, he store up for 7 years, I think it was, right?
Yep.
Okay, blah, blah, blah. All right, so what is he? He gets promoted, okay, you're the man,
Mm-hmm.
all right?
Just under Pharaoh.
We'll give you this land of Goshen, okay, north
Mm-hmm.
of Egypt here, and bring your families here. And boy, did they multiply like rabbits.
Yeah,
like
right.
rabbits, and they were
Right.
taking over. So the generations later, okay, the latest pharaoh, okay, he goes, there's too many of them.
Yep.
They're going to take over.
Right.
We have to enslave them.
Fear.
Right.
Again.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
So they got enslaved.
Yep.
All right. Damn.
So
Yep. Okay.
it all goes downhill again.
All right, back to this story about the ex-boyfriend who's charged with killing the woman. All right, you basically let an animal out of a cage.
Mm-hmm.
This is the father referencing the guy being released on bail. Let's take a look at the story. WKRN.
A college student brutally murdered days after her ex-boyfriend bonded out of jail, leaving her family questioning the Davidson County court system. Stephanie Langston has new documents outlining the turn of events that led to the now accused killer getting out.
Damn.
You basically let an animal out of a cage. It's like letting a tiger out of a cage on a piece of meat. He's going to go right for it and start eating it. And, the jail let this animal out.
And days later, 22-year-old Lauren Johansson was found murdered, stuffed in the trunk of her grandmother's car.
And it was horrendous just to see my daughter piled up in a bunch of trash bags and blankets in the back of her grandmother's car.
It was this.
Could you imagine?
Mm-mm.
Right?
Mm-mm.
No way.
Mm.
You got a kid.
Yeah.
Right.
I could not imagine this.
What's up, Billy Toombs? Yeah, no, we're still in Facebook jail, but yeah, we're said screw. We'll just go YouTube and X. And Rumble.
Site Lance Johansson feared after he says his daughter was brutally beaten in December in Nashville by her ex-boyfriend Bryson Rivers. He was arrested, but after several months, Rivers' bond was lowered from $250,000 to $150,000 by Judge Cheryl Blackburn. New documents from the court administrator showing a timeline lowering his bond to $150,000 and a list of conditions, requirements that the court records show were broken from the moment Bryson was released June 24th.
So they basically let him free out into society with no recourse.
The court order requiring his release to occur between specific hours, which the records show didn't happen. In turn, the paperwork says the court ordered GPS monitoring.
Yeah, again with this. This guy is obviously a psychopath, psychotic, all right? Beats this girl. Then you lower the bond. He gets out. What's he going to do?
Mm-hmm.
He blames her for being locked up and imprisoned.
Mm-hmm.
Monitoring company wasn't available, and Bryson was fitted through a different company, a violation which the records show didn't happen. In turn, the paperwork says the court-ordered GPS monitoring company wasn't available, and Bryson was fitted through a different company, a violation. According to the paperwork, that didn't come to the DA's attention until 4 days later. Freedom Monitoring claiming they installed an ankle monitor on Bryson June 24th and that at the time, no court order was available, saying Bryson said he would be living in Mississippi. However, the conditions laid out during the bond hearing in April said he was to stay in Davidson County. July 2nd, the court issued a warrant for Bryson. His ankle monitor had not been recharged and died, but it was too late. Lauren Johansson was missing. Her body found July 3rd.
Lauren was allowed to die because of negligence from the criminal justice system in Nashville, Tennessee.
Stephanie Langston, News 2.
The district attorney's office tells News 2 they oppose the motion to reduce bond. Bryson was arrested in Mississippi July 3rd and charged with murder. His bond is set at $1 million. A college student.
Yeah, a little late.
Right. So his bond was $250 and then it went to $150.
Right.
That's still a very large amount of money. So
You pay 10% of that, I believe.
Oh, that's how, okay.
Right.
I was like, that's not very much then. So
Right.
you could easily get access to that amount.
Yeah, I mean, Tennessee does have the death penalty option.
Yeah.
Maybe it's time to start using it.
Yeah. Are we not using
All right,
it?
give this guy the due process through the courts.
Yeah.
Okay, see if he did this. Allegedly, you know what I mean?
Right.
What are your thoughts on the death penalty?
I'm for it.
You're for it.
They knew what the conditions of release were. That's not something that you can say, I didn't know.
Liberal
In
justice
Operation
at work.
Crime and
You're right,
Justice,
Joe,
a woman is dead and her ex-boyfriend stands accused. Police say that he hunted her down in Mississippi after making bail here in Nashville.
Fox 17 News' Karen Aguilar is here in studio now with more on why the victim's father says Tennessee's justice system failed his family.
Scott, the suspected killer was supposed to not leave Davidson County and required to wear an ankle monitor. The court was unaware he left until it was too late.
Here's the thing, too. You got this situation in Nashville where they're down. What are they in need of? 60-plus cops?
Right.
So, okay, say that, like when the ankle monitor lost its battery or if it would have went outside of Davidson County, the law enforcement system would have been informed. But you don't have enough cops to go after them because you got these robberies and all these other crimes that are going on. You know what I mean? So this guy's like, okay, yeah, I got plenty of time before they try and find me.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I let the battery die on that. How does that work? How do you let the battery die on an ankle monitor?
For how many days he had it? How does the battery die?
I would let
quickly.
If I had an ankle monitor, I'd be like, just wait till that battery dies.
Right. Loophole.
Yeah.
Well, battery died. I guess I can go.
Bryson Rivers is accused of
10%,
killing
yeah.
Lauren
Okay, is the
Johansson
actual
in
pit amount. Thank
Gulfport,
you, KG.
Mississippi. Metro Police arrested him back in December in Nashville after they say he beat her bloody.
We told the judge, the DA, everybody else there that if they let him go, he was going to kill her.
The court ordered him to be tracked on an ankle monitor and not to leave the county. Days following his release from a Davidson County jail, police say he made it to Mississippi.
Who's that?
Her
That's the
father,
guy.
Lance, getting...
That's him?
That's the boyfriend. But not his head's not shaved.
Oh.
I wonder if they shaved it when he was in prison.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So is his face bloody?
That's probably her blood.
Oh, from the first time.
From the original arrest.
Okay.
I'm guessing. Unless she fought back or tried to,
Right.
scratching or what
Right.
have you.
Voicemail from the Nashville DA's office.
As soon as he was released, he did not report to that GPS monitoring company, and he has not been heard from.
So he gets released. Okay, now that you're released, you got to go get an ankle bracelet on.
And you're
an
just
ankle
going to
monitor.
trust a criminal to just do what
Right.
he's supposed to do.
No,
Okay.
that can't be the process.
That is the most ridiculous thing ever.
That cannot be the
I
process.
hope it's not, because they're not going to do that.
Oh, my Lord.
Court documents show two bonding companies, Brooks Bonding and On Time Bail Bonding, were responsible for making sure he was tracked on a GPS monitor. Brooke Harlan from Brooks Bonding told Fox 17 News they weren't aware of the bond conditions. These court
That's right. So, okay. They lower the bond. A bond company takes it on
Mhm.
because that's how they make their money.
Right.
Okay, we're gonna bond you out. All right. Now that bonding company is in charge of making sure they get their ankle bracelets on.
Oh, okay.
Okay. tracking. I'm learning a lot here.
Documents show both companies signed off on the bond conditions back on June 5th and again on June 24th, the same day he bonded out. A bond expert weighs in.
If you have a document that spells out the conditions of release and the signature of the bonding company or the agent appears on that document, then I would say that yes, they knew what the conditions of release were.
Harlan blames the Davidson County Sheriff.
So it might be the bonding companies here at fault also.
Yeah.
Sheriff's office for letting him out after hours, where they couldn't take him to the court-ordered tracking company, Tracking Solutions.
So the court lets him out after hours.
Out after hours, where they couldn't.
I would say that yes, they knew what the conditions of release were.
Harlan blames the Davidson County Sheriff's Office for letting him out after hours, where they couldn't take him to the court-ordered tracking company, Tracking Solutions. She tells me they took him to Freedom Monitoring instead. Freedom told Fox 17 News they did not know the bond conditions.
I find it.
Sounds like a whole bunch of oopses.
Sounds like, I mean, you can never bring her back.
Mm-hmm.
Sue.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of liabilities on this one.
There has to be. Wow.
Very unusual that a GPS monitoring company wouldn't have asked for a copy of the court's order.
The Davidson County Sheriff's Office also told Fox 17 News they were not told the bond conditions either. This fax shows they received the bond conditions the day he was released.
Lance tells me that there were multiple balls dropped. He stresses that the suspected killer should have never been given a...
I don't think she should have said it like that.
The suspected killer?
No, balls dropped.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean? She could have used a different phrase.
But that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, I know, but balls dropped, that phrase is now for something totally different. Right.
I guess.
Hey, did his balls drop yet?
Or a copy of the court's order.
The Davidson County Sheriff's Office also told Fox 17 News they were not told the bond conditions either. This fax shows they received the bond conditions the day he was released.
Lance tells me that there were multiple balls dropped. He stresses that the suspected killer should have never been given a reduced bond to be let out in the first place. Reporting live in the studio, Karen Aguilar, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
The judge, the Davidson County Sheriff's Office, that bond company, the ankle monitor company. What the hell's going on?
I know. Lots of balls dropped.
It's not funny. It's not funny, Maria. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Clarksville's Third Base. Every Monday we do trivia there. It's such a good time. It's a game show. You're the contestant. Come on out. The food, the drinks, the prizes. Mondays, 7 p.m. over there on Riverside Drive. All right. We'll have to fast forward on this one. You got to get out of here soon, right?
Yes, I do.
Yep.
And I have to pee.
You don't have to sing it. All right. We'll cover this story tomorrow. The sad story about this home destroyed. And I got to know, because this goes into you got city fire and you got county fire rescue.
Right. This was the county?
This was county.
That means it's volunteers.
But city was closer.
But it's volunteers.
But they have an agreement.
Oh, do they have an agreement?
There
Oh,
is
okay.
there is some type of agreement where we'll get into it tomorrow.
Okay.
Because Maria's doing the PP chair dance.
Yeah.
Just let it out.
Yeah, right.
Just let it out. The chair's black. It's all right. Oi, oi, oi. Tuesdays, Old Day Brew House. That's right. It's Old Dave's Brew House Trivia Night. It's for adults, so don't bring the kids, all right? That's Tuesdays at 7 o'clock. Great brews. Great times. All right, we'll fast forward to we'll do this one at a later date too. I need to know if Clarksville has a motorcycle problem. 97 crashes already this year.
Yeah.
That's a lot of motorcycle crashes.
How many car crashes?
Motorcycle with cars?
No, yeah, just cars in general.
Oh, stay tuned tomorrow.
Woman is hospitalized.
And we're following the port.
Just kidding.
All right. Also, we want to Give a shout out to ArtLink.
Yes, this week is Art Walk. It got moved to Thursday because of 4th of July last week. So come out downtown, check out Art Walk.
You can drink in the streets, right?
Yeah.
Like adult drinks in the street.
Yep.
Yeah. And there's a lot of places where you get some like free wine, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And check out the artists.
Yeah, so get some free wine and
live music.
Yeah, pretend like you actually care.
Right?
You know?
Come support your community.
So crispy.
Yeah.
Office Now. ClarksvilleOfficeNow.com. That's right. So many great office spaces for you, the entrepreneur, the business owner. You need an address? Then you need 1860 Wilma Rudolph Boulevard. ClarksvilleOfficeNow.com. Yeah, April's awesome, isn't she?
She is awesome.
Oh, now you think so.
Oh my gosh.
Now you think so. All
You're
fair.
ridiculous.
All fair. It's a totally different thing, huh? All right, we'll get into this tomorrow. Should county taxes increase? What do you say, yes or no?
You
You don't want them to.
I don't want them to. Maybe reallocate some things.
Reallocate.
Mm-hmm.
Wicked Good Trivia Thursdays over there at Wicked Good Sandwiches, 605 Cumberland Drive, downtown Clarksville. This place is awesome. The food alone, like those avocado bites. My favorite is actually their ham, egg, and cheese on a croissant. Have you ever had it? Yo, it's the best breakfast croissant.
It's called a croissant.
She's not allowed at Wicked Good, so it's okay. She's been banned. They banned her for calling it croissant. I like calling it croissant.
Croissant.
Croissant. It's just fun to say it in French.
Les poissons. Eat a croissant.
Then you stuff him with the bread. Don't hurt, because he's dead. Little Mermaid.
Yep.
All right, Andy Cordan. This is a nut job, this guy, allegedly.
Yeah.
John Johnson. Well, this Cheatham County man's accused of killing his dog. Do you know how he allegedly killed his dog?
I'm going to go with fire in a car.
Fire in a car? Damn.
Based on the picture.
How about drowning in a pool, in a pond?
Oh, that's horrible too.
Mm-hmm. Let's take a look.
That Cheatham County deputies arrive and find John Johnson.
I'm not under arrest.
Yeah, you're under arrest right now.
For what?
You're being detained, so take off your stuff. Hold on, put you on the
Put
ground.
your backpack down.
The 29-year-old is accused of burning his own car.
Drown the dog in the pond.
You can still see it smoking in this body cam.
Well, for one, you set fire to your car, and you've also killed a dog. All these are my So we're trying to figure out what's going on.
And according to police reports, Johnson threatened his parents with a baseball bat. Then took his dog, an animal that his family had.
The silhouette that he used of the dog.
Yeah.
That's what I love about Andy Cordan with all the graphics. Okay? The only thing on Andy, and we'll get back to the story real quick, Andy Cordan could have done a better job of modulation. Notice that the body cam audio is way too loud.
It was pretty loud.
Yeah, and his voiceover work is normal. Right. It's okay. It's all right, Andy. He's a very busy man.
Been caring for his dog, an animal that his family had been caring for. And according to the report, Johnson then drowned the animal in a nearby body of water.
Give me the charge. Have a seat.
Well, animal cruelty for one.
That's not cruel if it's a short and sweet death.
Oh,
He drowned
Sit down.
in the creek. I kicked that backpack off of him.
That's just. You can't prove I did anything. The basset hounds are not good swimmers, sir.
You just said you did it.
You just said you did. You said it's my dog. I can do with it what I want.
And it was a basset hound, and Andy Cordan had a silhouette of a German Shepherd.
Yes. Come on, Andy.
Come on.
Andy.
We could get a little bit better on our silhouettes.
Yeah. This is obviously German Shepherd.
That is not a basset hound.
Nope. Come on, Andy. And yeah, he kind of did verbally admit, right?
Right. I mean, you could twist his words.
Here's the thing, and I'm not advocating for you doing bad things.
Correct.
Shut your mouth.
Right.
Shut it.
I know, because all you're going to do is incriminate yourself.
Zip it. Zip it.
Well, cruelty for one.
That's not cruel if it's a short and sweet death.
He drowned
Sit down.
in the creek. I kicked that backpack off of him.
That's just.
Oh, look at his brain. He's going.
You can't prove I did anything. The basset hounds are not good swimmers, sir.
You just said you did it.
You just said you did. You said it's my dog. I can do with it what I want.
Throughout the interaction with deputies,
For what? What's the? There's no
We literally
charge for what
just
I've done.
explained it to you.
There's no charge for
Have a
what
seat.
I've done.
Johnson will ask repeatedly,
What's the charge? How do I bond out?
why is he being arrested?
I just don't understand where's the criminal aspect. Okay, well, if you didn't understand the first 3 times, you're probably not going to understand the 4th time.
Does he not hear animal cruelty?
Right.
Does he not hear it?
Maybe he doesn't think that that's a criminal charge because it's not a human.
Right. Right. All right, there's the end of the story. Andy Cordan
Right.
ends it on, you're probably not going to understand the 4th time. All right. Crazy story.
That was pretty crazy.
That's nuts. Skyline 500. Yes, that's tonight.
Oh, my word.
Yeah, it is loud.
So loud.
And
Joe's trying to make us go deaf today.
O'ConnorsFun.com. It's so awesome out there, especially now that it's nice outside. When it's not hot.
Some sand volleyball.
Yes.
The evenings, beautiful.
Yes. Oh, evenings are amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Great food, great drinks over there. All right, real quick. In Clarksville, they released the autopsy of the Fort Campbell soldier that was found dead at that tiny town apartment complex. Do you remember this one?
No.
Okay.
She was just found dead?
No. We'll cover it another day. But she was in the bedroom. Door was locked. Dead. Stabbed multiple times.
Oh, man.
Right.
Mm.
There was a high school nurse now faces 99 new state charges of the kiddie stuff on their phones and stuff like that.
Gosh, 99 counts of that.
Mhm.
Like 99 photos, one for each.
99 photos, but a one. Hit me.
But an adult ain't one.
Look at you. Look at you. You think you're so witty.
Sicko.
Look at you. Look at her. She looks great right there,
Yeah,
right?
She's like, She looks like how I feel. I'm so tired.
I gotta pee.
I do.
Clarksville school nurse already behind bars is now facing 99 counts related to child pornography. Leon Burnett serving a 24-year sentence in federal prison. He was.
You don't hire this to be your school nurse.
That's a very.
I'm very judgy right now, but you're judging for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a school nurse. If I had a boo-boo from recess, I am not going to see this guy. You know what I mean? If I'm trying to get out of
you don't have to. He'll come see you.
Ew. If I'm faking sick to get out of a test again, I'm taking the test. That's it.
Oh my gosh.
Arrested back in 2021 after an investigation revealed he sent inappropriate photos to a minor. In 2022,
no.
he pleaded guilty to multiple counts of attempting to produce child pornography. He's expected to be arraigned on the new charges next week.
They should have had him a long time ago.
Hey, this truck crashed into a home in Clarksville.
Interesting.
Ever have a truck crash into your home?
No, but there was a car that went right through someone's house that I knew, and it was a wild story.
Was it your car?
No.
Was it your home?
No. And
Are you sure it was your friend?
Yes. It also happened in someone's business that I've known, too. I was like, this is crazy. Both
You're
of these
connected.
stories are so long. It happened so long ago, I can't remember any more details than that.
Yeah, you're very connected to a lot of crash victims. Interesting. I may remove you as a friend on Facebook.
We're calling a breaking news alert now. An update after a truck crashed into a home in Clarksville. Peyton Kennedy is at the WKRN.com alert desk with information
Kennedy.
just released.
Yeah, Allie, this happened last night just before 10:45.
Put the light on her.
Right? She's so dark.
Put the light on her. What are you guys doing over there? All right, back to Peyton Kennedy.
Happened last night just before 10:45. Clarksville Fire Rescue was sharing these dramatic images with us from the scene. So the home is on Summerfield Drive. Officials say a pickup truck ran into the home, hitting the breaker box, and it got electrical wires on the hood of the truck. So CDE Light Band was called to the house to disconnect the electrical supply.
Drunk?
Probably.
You think a drunk?
That would be my guess.
And once that electricity was shut off, the driver was pulled from the vehicle and taken to the hospital. We're told the homeowner was there but not injured in this.
I don't care about their sexual preference.
What? Oh,
Wait,
homeowner.
wait, oh,
Homeowner.
Did I hear it wrong?
You're
Hospital. We're told the homeowner was there
homeowner.
but not injured in this incident. And for breaking news around the clock, go to WKRN.com.
There you go. There you go. There's some, what's going on in Clarksville, Tennessee?
Wildness.
How's that pee holding going, all right?
Oh, we need to quicken this up.
Did any come out?
No.
All right. That's the worst. See, you don't get it.
What do you
It's
mean?
not easy for us dudes. Like, say I was in that Patriot front group and I had to wear khakis. When you take a leak, sometimes you think you're done. Okay? And then all of a sudden, there's like a drop or two that decides to, hey, wait for me, wait for me.
Well, that's why you gotta like push and give it a second.
No, I do the push, I do the shake, I even do the shift.
The wiggle.
Yeah, I do the wiggle. I actually do the helicopter. Right, just to make sure.
Oh my god.
But there's always something that says, oh, I'm late. You got one drop of urine that's always late.
So maybe they need to make a men's panty liner, so your little dribbles can be caught.
A man pond?
Man pond.
Yo, bro, you get your man pond on.
Call it a pea catch.
Pea catcher.
Mm-hmm. Pea catcher. Yep.
You're in, you're out. Just where it depends. KG, I don't need the pens. Don't need the pens. Just can't wear khakis sometimes. Skyline 500 rooftop trivia's tonight. Oh, you guys are coming.
We're coming next week.
I thought it was this week.
It's next week because Gayla's out of town this week.
That's why I want you this week. Yeah, it's over there at the Shelby's Trio downtown, North 2nd Street, right across from the arena. Let's play a quick round, all right?
Oh my gosh, hurry.
I know. I'm helping you with your Kegels.
I got it. You prep it.
No, where?
Hey, babe.
She's leaking.
Thinking.
It's all over the floor.
I think you should sell the motorcycle.
Wow.
So we have money to travel.
Yes, there's someone in the bathroom.
Starting to sound like my ex-wife.
Yes. All right. So there was someone in the bathroom. I wonder if I can hear her. Psst. Here, let's check out some more of the feds in Nashville while we wait for her to go pee. Yep. Look at them. Yep. Nobody knows who rented this U-Haul. Nobody knows. Out of all these people. Nobody knows.
Vanguard. Oh, it's a fucking protest.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Look at these dorks. Did you make it?
Oh, just barely made it, guys.
All right.
Hey, babe.
Yeah.
I was thinking, now that we're married, I think you should sell the motorcycle so we have money to travel more.
You're starting to sound like my ex-wife.
I didn't know you were married.
I wasn't.
Yeah.
Gotcha, bitch. That's funny.
All right, food. From their chicken nuggets. Name the food place, all right?
Okay.
Was it a lot of pee?
It was, yeah.
You didn't wash your hands.
I did.
That was quick. All right, here we go. You ready?
You don't need a dilly-dally.
I'll give you a hint.
This one I don't know. Chick-fil-A? Those ones look gross. They're in a bag. I don't know. Would those be like Popeyes? Zaxby's.
You were right on number 1.
Okay.
You were right on number 2.
Yay.
Chick-fil-A.
Crystal.
Crystal was number 3. Number 4 was KFC. And number 5 was Popeyes.
No, I switched them.
Yeah, you switched them. Hey, we got Skyline 500 rooftop trivia tonight. Yeah, come out. Come hang out with us. It's great. Great times up there. See, KG, he knows some wings. Chicken nuggets.
Yep. Chicken nugget eater.
Is that a song?
It's a song now.
All right, so you got art walk this weekend.
Yep, we got art walk.
This Thursday.
Thursday is art walk.
Tomorrow.
And then tomorrow.
It's Jody's birthday tomorrow.
Is it?
Yeah.
Aw. That'll be a good art walk.
Yeah, it will be.
Gotta walk around, get some art, and then go stop in and say hi to Jody, everybody.
That's right. Well, they're there, Clarksville Collection. But yeah, you got the when's the paint sip coming up?
We have one the 26th.
Just go to
Go to artlandclarksville.com.
yeah, the link's in the video description. Yeah, they got everything there. Too easy. All right, make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Let's get out of here. I think we still got like another week and a half in Facebook jail.
Lame.
It is lame. For nudity. You saw the video? There was no nudity.
For non-nudity.
Yeah, for non-nudity. All right, let's get out of here. Crazy story about the feds.
It is crazy.
Crazy story about the friggin' bail reform system.
I know.
Oh, my God.
Lots of crazy stories. It's insane.
Man, the guy with the dog. Come on, buddy.
What's wrong with you?
What are you doing?
We've got some major mental health issues going on.
You know what it is? Lack of Jesus.
100%.
Don't get me wrong. You got some crazy people that love Jesus, but I love them too. But hey, it's all good. Christ is King.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm Joe Padula.
And I'm Maria Haycraft.
And this was the local news you needed to know.
100%.
Absolutely.